It's important that in that time, things we're not feeling well and things like that, or there's trials happening in our lives, that we keep our spirits alive. We remind ourselves and encourage ourselves of what God said concerning us. I said that, hey, it's Ivory Channell. I said that I would be documenting this time where I am trusting God for health and healing, knowing that even when my flesh or my body feels weak, that my spirit is alive and is strong as well. I love being an intercessor. I love praying. I love just digging deep into what God is saying so that we know God's will for our lives and we know his promises over our lives, and we can live in that light. We can live in that abundance. We can live in that knowledge of God's glory that he wants to reveal in us. You know, it's interesting because sometimes when a pastor or a minister or a prophet, a woman or a man of God, when they are not feeling well in their body or they're not doing well in any way, they hide it. And I believe that it limits it limits the people who can hear the testimony and receive the testimony. When we go through things, it shows us that it shows others too, that we are all still human. It is the grace, the mercy, and the favor of God that keeps us, anyone. So no one is exempt from sufferings or going through things. You look at Apostle Paul, he wrote most of the New Testament, and he said that even in his weakness, he is strong, but that he understands that going through infirmities, going through sufferings, going through things that sometimes it's going to happen, but it does not waver his faith, that he knows that his faith is made strong even in his weakness to the glory of Jesus Christ. So I want us to know this journey that I'm on of health and healing and wellness in all areas of my life, but especially my body right now. It doesn't waver the faith that is in me, that God is Jehovah Rapha. He is the God who heals. He is the unchanging God. He never changes. He is the same yesterday, today, and he will be forevermore. It's sometimes afflictions do arise, but God said that he will raise up a standard against the enemy on the behalf of his children, his chosen vessels, because we are God's people. And so there are promises that God has for us that if we remind God of his word and we speak it out with authority, with belief through faith, God aligns things in our lives according to his word. So I'm very passionate about people seeing the realness of a life. And even people who try to pretend like they don't go through anything. We all go through things. So right now I am, I'm resting at home. I'm going through some treatments. And it's important that in that time, we're not feeling well and things like that, or there's trials happening in our lives, that we keep our spirits alive. We remind ourselves and encourage ourselves of what God said concerning us. Just in case you're going through something in your life and you say, I don't know the words to say, I don't know all the scriptures. How do I pray? How do I encourage myself? How do I remind myself of God's word? This is a prayer for you. And it's a prayer for me too. And so we're going to pray it together.